Kmart mower. The Brigton Stratton. It's got a carburetor. It's causing it to run, but no power. It's real sluggish. So we're gonna pull apart and clean it. Also figure out what the drive ain't working too. The local boy's doing some work over there. But anyway, so I noticed that the you can hear that the throttle cable is broken. That's definitely part of the problem is why everything seized up. Also, not having the cover over top here that's supposed to be there. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that throttle cable. Pull that one there. Take that screw out there. It's going to be just a straight edge. That's what we got here. So I'll get you loosened. Kind of worried that might have been seized in the rain there. Let's take it off. If I did clean it up a little bit too. Alright. I'll normally be able to pull it when that stupid zip tie here, so try to give ourselves some more slack. There we go. So we got that loose, so just let that sit down there. Take off the filter cover. Looks like it's got a filter in there, so that's a good thing. Well, this really doesn't look too horrible. So that's good. Put that down there. Should have access to the bolts here. It's like 2 8mm maybe. They're gonna be small. I don't know if it's gonna. We should just try to take it apart as one piece, or I really need to see to get behind in there to get that fuel line off. I'll see how this goes. I'm gonna disconnect those 3 bolts and let's see what happens with that. So I got some new nose pliers to pull that fuel line off, and then actually I should put some vice grips to clamp it, probably be best. But I do have something to tape it up on the side temporarily just so it's out of the way. Okay, I got the line out of the way. I could pull off this one. Watch that. So I think we can pop the spring off probably. And we'll take those 2 bolts out. Okay, so we get the bowl on. It's a little filthy in there. That's the thing, so now we have access to that bolt over there. I think was this socket right? Yeah. This is 3/8. Okay, so I gone ahead and removed the carburetor. Added those 2 top bolts there. That one on the bottom actually had nothing to do with it, so you can see the carb actually is a little dirty in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. A little bit of dry grass in there. So I just cut that little piece for the throttle. I'm gonna go ahead and take this whole piece off. See if we can't do something with that to resurrect it. Also, the string isn't very good either. Doesn't have a long pull like it should, so I think initially it was down here and somebody stretched it halfway. So starter bar works, the drive doesn't. That's another thing. I guess I can't see the belt, so I'd have to pull. Well, there is a belt in there, it looks like, so maybe it's just a control lever problem. We'll see. We'll pop that top off and do it from there. I'm going to clean the plate here, maybe remove that from the body and clean that whole thing too. So I could definitely use it. Alright, so we're back. I washed those carburetor pieces, as you can see. So everything's clean, just ready to reassemble. And I also lubricated all this, so everything is moving the way it's supposed to now. So So that's all good. Usually I remove the throttle cable too. The drive thing seems to be moving, so I think we can salvage that. That's possibly fixable. I just got to pull that and see what the belt looks like. There is one in there from what I can see underneath. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the car back together. Put the let's see, we got to put the seat. Now it's got a little bit of shit on it. I might sand that with the real quick with the wire brush. Okay, so I got it reassembled actually. Got the pencil on there, cleaned it off. Got the bowl reassembled with a 1/2-inch bolt. So I'm going to take these two. Let's see. I believe that one was on there to go into the wire piece. Of course, the carburetor, we got to connect it to that little piece, and it went sitting like this because the fuel line came from there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 bolts for that and put that on. Okay, so I got the carb installed. Got those 2 bolts there. We're about to do the fuel line here, which is going to require 2 hands because you remember how it leaked before. Okay, we got the fuel line attached. Got the clamp on. So now we're going to go ahead and put the primer and everything, connect that to there, and we got 3 bolts, and then that'll be together. So here we have it pretty much reassembled. Got the fuel line back there, but the main problem with the throttle, as you can see, if you look inside, I don't know if you can see, well, no, we got the plate on it now, but this is your throttle plate there, and normally it's supposed to, you see how that spring on the top there, see it's supposed to open like that. But obviously when you move the switch fast, that doesn't really work. So I'm going to crimp this a little tighter around there so it'll move a lot more freely like it's supposed to every time. So it's not burning all that extra fuel and killing the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that. Okay, so I readjusted the cable right about that pin. Now you can see it opens right up. So everything should be pretty good with that, I hope. Obviously replacing the spring would be the right thing to do, but we're trying to be cheap. So we'll put the filter back together. We'll crank up that spark plug just to take a look at that. And then we should be good to fire it up and see where it is. Providing that cable and that side thing opens properly. We'll have to figure that out, it's a whole other thing. Here we are back again. You have to excuse the news, the air conditioner is running. But move the spring. Let's see, of course now it really needs replaced. Oh, there we go. I'm going to actually spray it a little bit with some lithium grease. I think that's seasoned up a little bit. Pulled the spark plug, it looked okay. I got this loose, I pulled the dry cover off, and we have a belt that has tension, so that's a good sign unless this pulley is seized, which hopefully it's not, but maybe it is. Of course, then the belt would have burned up, so I don't know, we're going to clean all that shit out of there and spray that up too and loosen it up and see how that acts. So maybe we'll get some drive action as well. That'd be nice. Okay, so I go ahead and cleaned it. See, it looks a lot better now. I'm going to go ahead and spray it. Well, first let's see if the cable even moves when I engage it. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got movement. So that's great. Excellent. So I'm just going to spray it up. And hopefully we can, hopefully it should work. Guess we'll find out. So we soaked it down. I'm going to go ahead and move it to the back so we can give it a start here. We'll leave it soaked for like 5 or 10 minutes and then we'll come back and see if it'll fire. And then we'll see if that engages. So far it looks promising. I'm going to get that back because I didn't quite see that one like that too. Get it all together. Get the bungee cord on. So we're going to give her 1 prime even though it says 3. Well, I'll give it 2 because I don't know if anything's been in the system or not. The throttle cable is essentially useless. We do it. I gotta get some tape. That's the other thing I gotta do. The throttle still sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully, we'll see if it'll stay that way. We'll give it like just a little juice. Okay, so we got it running. The photo cable is obviously no good. So we got a shimmy emission to get that a little higher. So I'm going to drag this over a little ways. So we got a fully spin in the culture driver. Let's find that out right now. Well, we got half of a drive. I guess it's better than none. For some reason the left side ain't turning.